All right.
Okie doke. Do you have the tuner clipped on the top of the guitar?
Not yet. I just have it in my little pocket for my guitar bit.
Okie doke.
I got it. Just turn it on. There we go. Oh. Oopsies. All right, just clip this on. Okay.
All right. So let's see if we could possibly sit in a way, or I think like if you move a little to your right, I'll be able to see the good. All right. So you're gonna put your hand for we're gonna start with the one closest to us, this one here.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's get our hand. There you go. So we'll put our hand on it. And we also have to do at the same time.
You can see it, right?
Yeah, I can see perfectly. It's excellent. Right. So then what we're going to do is when we're going to strike the first E, right? And we're going to look at our tuner as we do that and turn while we have it going. Okay. So I'm going to demonstrate for you. I'm going to actually make sure my guitar isn't tuned. All right. So my guitar is exactly where yours is, D sharp. Okay. So watch. I'm going to demonstrate. I'm holding on. And when I hit, I slowly turn the knob, and now I'm at D sharp. Okay, I'm gonna keep going, and the tuner has to like hear the vibrations, and you have to tune at the same time. And I'm slowly going up, and all right, I made it to E.
Which knob is it again? Oh wait, never mind.
So it's the top set, right? The top set, which is the bass notes, all the way at the bottom. It's actually the knob that's closest to you.
Right here.
Right there. That's it. You got it.
Ooh, I don't want to switch more different gears and then I break it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what happened last time, but it's okay. I'm going to guide you very well this time, okay?
All right. Thank you.
So go ahead. Strike the note. And remember, you have to also be looking at the tuner and turn until it gets to E.
Wait, you said till it gets to E?
Till it gets to E.
It's already at E.
E or D?
E.
Is it in the middle? We have to have it in the middle.
The line thing?
Yeah, the line. You see how it could be all the way on the left or all the way on the right? We want it in the middle.
Oh, then that's no. And the answer is no.
Well, you're almost there. Oh, you went in the wrong direction this time. So now you lowered it and you turned really fast, right?
A little bit fast.
Yeah, don't turn too fast. See, you turned in the wrong direction. You went, and you got all the way real low bass note, which is okay. Let's get it back up to E. So
it's also kind of getting to the middle. Oh, it's at the middle actually, but the light turned green.
Let me hear it. That's pretty good. You see how our notes sound similar? Listen to mine. And now listen to yours. Is it going? Let's hear it. Play yours. Yeah, we got the same note. So now, you see our hand was here. We're going to move up one more to the middle one. Okay?
Right here, correct?
Yeah, perfect. You got it. And then we're going to move down our finger or guitar pick to the next note. Okay? And this one, we're going to get to A. Okay.
And it's at the A, but the line that's moving this way is not there.
Right. So we want it to get to A, but we also want the line to be in the middle. That's right.
Okay. Oh, God, that scared me.
You got scared?
I hate the scaring vibration when I hit something.
It moved, right? And it clicked.
Yeah, it's like those electric fences, like when you touch, when it gets like that,
like a zap,
and then you don't want to touch it so bad, and then you zap yourself.
Yeah, you know, because what happens is the wood moves. So look, if I tune, like sometimes I'll tune and I hear like the string and the wood going click, and it's like, ooh, it's a little strange. All right, you almost got that one. Let's go. You got it. You have to let the sound ring. You have to let the sound continue. Otherwise, the machine won't pick up the vibrations.
Okay, it's there. I got it in the middle.
Good. All right. So now, again, we're just going to do the same thing. We're going to move up one more string to the D string. You ready?
Yep. The third golden string.
That's right.
Oh, so I'll let you know when we get to the fourth string because there was a story that I need to tell you about this fourth string.
Okay.
It's getting there.
Good.
All right, we got it. Bingo.
Nice. All right. We're making way. All right. So what's the story with the fourth string?
So this fourth string, remember how I was trying to get to the E thing, the little E, and then I was twisting the wrong knob until the point where it broke?
Yes, sir. I remember.
So I was practicing my guitar Monday, and then this string was loose. It was a little loose, so my dad accidentally cut the string too short to the point where it was so loose it fell out.
That happens. That happens. You have
So
to
we
get.
have these spare strings that came in like a little pack,
Mhm.
and then my dad helped me fix them.
Yeah, you have to leave enough string on the roller and go over with these type of guitars. Very often, if it looks like this, I go over the string end multiple times. It's kind of hard to see, but I go over the string multiple times. Before this one, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 wraps, and I missed the fifth. But I usually go over the string multiple times, so it doesn't slip.
Right. Yeah, so we fixed that. But my dad just cut the string a little too short. So now because he probably think that we went a little too slow, we needed to pick up the pace with the class. So he probably did a little too quick.
Of course, that's understandable. So let's get this next fourth string.
But this one should probably work.
You got it?
Yeah.
You gotta put it on the top of the bottom ones now. Okay.
Okay.
This one has to be G.
Okay.
What note are you seeing right now? What does it say on the machine? What note?
D.
It sounds too. Let me hear the note. You have to turn it so the note goes up, so it's too loose.
So which way is the way to get to tighter?
Depends on how the string was put on, but I think you should be turning in that direction to the left.
My left or your left?
Like counterclockwise, your left.
I'm not good with clocks.
All right. How about you just strike it and turn it in one direction, and I'll tell you if it's going lower or higher.
Great idea. Wait.
I think you need to go in the other direction. Try the other direction. Yeah, go in that direction.
I am so scared this thing is gonna break.
One thing you can do to see if you pull just lightly on each string leading up to that one, you'll know like you'll see that these are tight, right? If you grab the fourth string and pull, is it very loose? No, like actually grab onto it. Don't pluck it. Grab it and actually kind of go like this. Is it loose?
Not really. No.
Try and feel if it's the other strings. Like try pulling on the B string and see is one tighter than the other.
This one's tight. This one's tight.
But can you see if maybe the D string is tighter than the other one? That's one way to know that it's too loose.
I think they're tight.
Let me hear your G string.
Okay. Which one was the G?
The third skinny one. It should be saying F right now. Can you strike it and tell me what it says?
G.
It says G?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's move on to the next one.
It's this is the string that we fixed. So this is the string where my pick is. That's the one we fixed. That's the one that says G.
All right, then it's good. Let's move on to the B string now, which is the second string, and you're going to be holding on to this one to turn it.
Yes. Okay. It's at B, but the line's not at the middle, so we may have to go a little
That's
bit
right.
higher.
Pay attention to make sure that the line's going toward the middle, okay?
Right.
So when you're turning, look at the machine. Let me hear.
Scanning there.
All right, that's good. Let's move to the next one.
Okay. The last one. Okay. Okay, there we go. Bingo.
All right, we did it.
I feel like those lines also reminds me of like when you start the car, the engine, that the red line just goes up when you're speeding up the car.
That's true. It is similar. You know what it is? It's a unit of measurement. They're both units of measurement. One is a unit of measurement for speed, or how many, revolutions per minute, or how many miles per hour. Where here we have something a little different. We're measuring sound, how flat or sharp something is. So, all right. So I'm gonna share my screen so you can see the book. Were you able to practice it all?
I practiced Monday, Thursday. Yeah. Okay. I practiced Monday, Thursday. I don't remember. I was gonna practice yesterday, but my school had a ugly sweater contest, and my sweater was not able to move.
All right.
I look like I have a shield on my chest, and if I practice the guitar with it, I feel like my hand's not gonna make it to the strings.
Okay. So
I was
what we're gonna
planning to do it yesterday, but I ran out of time too.
Okay, good. You practice at least twice a week. That's awesome.
I practiced this morning as well after my work.
That's also really good. Okay. So what we have, I think this is what we were working on, right? Page 12, number 1.
Yeah.
All right. So you think you could play it for me?
Yeah. I try to keep remembering about that E, the F, and the G note, the whole note, the half note, the 2 beat, the quarter notes.
Right. So here we have just all half notes. So you're going to hold it for 4 counts each.
Okay. Like this.
Yeah,
Oh,
you got it.
No hand. Oh my god.
Yeah, you don't want to do the hand. You want to count in your head, or you could tap your foot if you want. So you could tap your foot, so your foot will go 1, 2, 3, 4. You could even do that with your head. 1, 2, 3, 4, and that'll help you keep time. So you could do that when you play them. All right, that was perfect. Let's try the whole.
There's an instrument that you can use that has like the thing that goes tick tock.
Yes, that's called a metronome. If you'd like to use a metronome in your practice, you absolutely can.
I think I have one. I just don't remember where I put it. I used it last time in one of my drums lessons. I don't remember.
Yeah, but we could also just do it to our own speed for now, okay?
Okay, sounds good. I was just wondering.
All right, let's hear it.
Okay.
I want you to play all of number 1, right?
Okay. So 4.
So we're only playing on the first string. We're not playing any of the other strings except for the high string.
Oopsies. My bad.
It's okay.
So this is just the first then string, and then I just strum it, and then tap, or
So you're gonna do something like this, right? You might count in your head first. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you play 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So what we do with music is we very often end up having our own internal timekeeping, similar to a metronome, right? Except it's inside us. We're counting on our own, right?
Okay.
So if I look at a piece of music, you know, I look at around how fast it's supposed to be. I might even grab a metronome and give myself that exact speed, and then from there I will kind of count in my head and keep my own time. Okay. So all right. Can you go through the line of the notes and just tell me the names of them?
Yeah, sure. Let's see here. The E, there's an E note, an F note, and the G note.
Okay, and then so we have E, F, and G. Then what's the next one?
That's E.
We're looking at the fourth.
Oh,
the
right.
Fourth note.
F, then F,
Okay.
then E, then G, then E again.
Excellent. So what we want to do is we want to play each note and hold it for 4 counts, right? Do you remember where these notes are on the guitar?
The E is this one.
100%.
F
You got
is
it.
this
Where's
one.
F? No, make sure you're striking the correct string. Remember, we're only playing on the skinniest string. We're not playing any other strings yet.
So that means just this one only.
It's about where we're placing our fingers, right? So F is first finger, first fret. Remember that? Okay. All right, there you go. And then where's G?
Third
Can
finger
you tell
on
me
third
which finger?
thread.
Right, and staying on the same string. Excellent, you got it, Preston.
And then the
So now using the
G.
What's that? What's
Then
that?
the G, or did we say G?
Yes, G is third finger, third fret. We just played it.
Oh.
Let's review one more
Okay,
time.
that's a good idea.
Okay.
I think I'm losing my alphabet.
So I'm going to look at the screen. This note is E. How do we play E, this note?
The first finger on the first thread.
No, E is an open string.
Oh.
All right, there you go. You got it. Now F, first finger, first fret. Excellent. Now here we have G, which is third finger, third fret. You got it. Okay, so what's this one?
The F.
That's right, we have F. Go ahead and play it.
Okay.
Excellent. What about this one here?
The E.
What about this one over here?
And that will be the G.
Got it, Preston. Excellent.
And then that must be the last E.
That's right. It's the last note, and it's E. All right. So now we're going to move on to something a little more difficult. All right.
Oh.
We're moving on to the half notes. All right. And we're going to try and play it in time. And what we're going to do is we're going to split the measure in half for now. We're just going to do this one measure here. Okay. What's this note?
E.
E. And what's this one?
F.
Excellent. So what we're going to do is you're going to play E, and you're going to go 1, 2, and then you're going to play E and go 3, 4. All right. Now I'm going to count. All right. And I'm going to give you a nod to start playing. Ready?
Yeah. No hand on the strings, right?
Well, leave your hands ready to play, because you're gonna be putting fingers on strings, right? Because here we have F, and then we
Okay.
have E, and then G. So we want to be ready. We want to be ready to go. All right. So here you go. Go ahead and as soon as you play E, count 1 in your head, 2, and then F on 3 and 4. Okay, let's try that. 2, F, 3, 4. So we want to keep it like a continuous. Watch this. Watch this. Best thing to do is to count out loud first. 1, like one measure to set up your time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. Okay. So the counting sets you up to, like let's pretend one measure or one counting session. And then when the next one starts is when you start the music. It's setting you up to be in the time,
All right.
So I want you to count slowly. 1, 2, or I'll count for you. How about that? I'm going to count for you and you're going to follow my counting, right? So the second time I say 1, you'll begin, right?
Okay.
1, 2, hold on, 3, watch, 1, 2, ready, set, 1, 2, F3, 4, E. So we want to try and have this music be continuous, right?
Yeah.
Like you did up here, you had it nice and continuous because it was a long note, very easy to get to do it. But here, what's happening is we're splitting in half, right? Instead of a half note, whole note, we have 2 half notes. Here, I'm going to draw on my screen to show you.
Is that why the line is cut between them?
1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. So what's happening here is we have one continuous sound for 1 and 2. A very brief break in sound, and then 3 and 4. Watch. I'm going to 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You see what I'm doing there?
Oh, wait. I think I got this. Hold on.
Good. Nice. You got this, Preston. Keep going. Now watch your hand. You played F sharp by accident.
I did?
Yeah, you played this. You played your 3rd finger in the 2nd fret by accident.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's a totally acceptable mistake. It happens.
I need like 10 heads to check on my guitar.
Yeah, well, what happens over time, your fingers are going to kind of know where they are. Look, I can play with my eyes closed because I've been playing for so long. Right? Because I've been playing for so long, I know where I am on the fretboard. I know where all the notes are by feel.
Is
not,
it
not just by sight?
Like a person who is blind, they can't see where where you're putting your fingers and then they can feel it?
Yeah, I think so. There are blind guitar players and blind piano players, and it's because they feel. We all have that sense of feeling, regardless of having the sense of sight, right? So, for example, if you had your eyes closed and I handed you, let's say, a pencil,
okay,
would you be able to figure out that it's a pencil with your eyes closed?
Yeah, and the reason why is because the pencil's pointy. There's a soft eraser at the bottom, and it has a weird hexagon shape.
Oh, right, but also because you know that, right? You know what the pencil feels like.
Right.
Right. So the same idea happens with the guitar, but it's much more complex. You're going to eventually know where it is by feel, not just by sight. So right now, yes, you do have to look a lot, and it does feel like you need more than one head. You need like 6 pairs of eyes to know where you're going, because you need to look at this hand, you need to look at that hand, right? And it's hard, but you'll get it over time. It takes months to years to get to a point where you really could feel where you are. Okay.
And then when I get to that point, then I can probably do what you just did. Close your eyes and
100%, 100%. I think there'll be a day if you stay committed to playing guitar and practice on a regular basis, you'll be able to do that for sure. It's just a matter of time. So, all right, that was actually a lot better because your rhythm was almost perfect.
nice and smooth.
Oh, it was very smooth, and that's why I didn't stop you. I should have let you keep going, but because you played an F sharp the first time, and then I said, okay, let me wait and see if he does it the second time too, and you did it the second time as well. So I don't want you to build what's called a muscle memory. That's wrong. So let's try it again from the beginning. And remember, when we play our G, we don't want it here. We want it on the 3rd fret. Okay.
Right. So one of my fingers should never touch the second thread.
Just for this exercise, because eventually we're going to play an F sharp and we will play the 2nd fret, but we're just not playing the 2nd fret in this exercise because we didn't learn that note yet. So we're not using that note just yet, but in the future we will. Okay, so let's try this again. You're doing great. Your rhythm was so, oh man, it was so good. Let's try it one more time. You were doing great. Remember your half notes.
Okay.
Nice and smooth. Slide your finger up, play F natural. See, right now you have your hand like this. This a little unhealthy for your wrist. So I want you to bring your thumb down a little more. Instead of up here, bring it down a little more.
Mhm.
It's ideal to have our thumb placed like around here, okay? No. I don't want you to turn, Preston. You don't have to turn.
Oh,
I'm just turning so you could see where my hand is when I play. Look. I don't have it up here, and I don't have my wrist like this. I want my wrist a little
and if
more.
I had it up there and my wrist was up there, my wrist
Yeah,
would.
when your wrist comes up here, you're changing the whole position of your arm and wrist, and it's not good for your body. So I want you to kind of keep it like this. I know it's a little hard to see, but I'm just moving around a little to show you what it looks like. That's what it looks like, but I'm more close to my body like this, okay? You see how my wrist is straight? If I'm up here, look how it goes. If I put my thumb on top of the neck like that, that's how my wrist looks. I want my wrist a little more like that. Your wrist.
It's gonna look awkward.
It looks awkward like this, right?
Yeah, I've never seen anyone play guitar like that.
A lot of people do. A lot of people do, but not on purpose. Sometimes it's not on purpose. It's just how, when you're learning, you don't know how to put your hand. So let's make sure we get our wrist the way I had it. You had your thumb a little too high up. So let's get it a little bit more in the, middle to upper part of the guitar, back of the neck. And let's start this exercise again. You have much better placement already. Go ahead. Let's do it again. Slide that finger down to G natural. Good. You're here for G natural. Play G natural. Right here.
What was that?
This note, G, 3rd finger, 3rd fret. Slide down. See, you're on F sharp. You're going, nah. We want da. Good. All right. Preston, so you got better rhythm this time. We're going to do it one more time. I know this is because I know you could do it perfect. So what we're going to do is we're going to try it one more time.
It's almost like similar to like riding a bike. When you ever start riding your bike on a training wheel, it gets a little harder to go without training wheels. It become on like a bike with just two wheels.
100%. Like anything, with practice and time, you get better and better and better and better. Okay. Mm-hmm. Just like exercise too, the more frequently you exercise, like if you exercise 3 or 4 times a week for a couple of years, you're going to be stronger than when you started, right?
Right.
Or stronger, faster, more flexible, whatever you're training for. So the same idea here, right? The more we train and the more we practice, the easier it's going to be for you to without looking or, all that. So what I want you to do is we're going to try again. And a couple of times, look, this is what was happening. You were playing F sharp. We don't have any 2nd fret in this exercise. Just open 1st and 3rd. Okay. Try look where your finger is. Take a look at yourself in the camera. Or do you see you're playing the 2nd fret?
Yeah. Oh.
And look at your thumb. Look at your hand placement.
That's not.
Your wrist is like this. We want it more neutral instead of like this. You have your, I believe they call this a hyperextended wrist, more neutral, right? This is a flexed wrist, hyperextended wrist. We want to keep our wrist a little more neutral. Okay. Go ahead. Try one more time. Try this exercise again.
Okay.
Good. You got it.
Oh, how was it supposed to happen?
All right. So we want to fix your wrist. Okay. You have your thumb like this. Thumb doesn't go like that when we're playing, right? We don't want to have our thumb. We want our thumb, our hand kind of placed like that. Almost like we're holding a cup. Almost like imagine almost like you're holding a cup in your hand. And then you'll put your back thumb like this, like here's our cup, back of your thumb goes like this, right? So I'm going to try and show you. It's really hard for me to like this. You were like this, kind of, your thumb across the fretboard. We want it like a little more like this. You see that? Can you try and do the same on your guitar neck, the same way my finger is?
Yes.
Yes, much better. That's a better posture. Always try and keep your posture like that, because what happens is if we have bad posture, we can get an injury, okay?
A bad injury?
A hand injury.
Oh.
We can injure our hand if our hand placement is poor on the guitar.
Oh.
Okay. Like if we're too bent this way, if our wrist is too bent this way, we can get an injury called carpal tunnel syndrome. If our wrist is too bent this way, we can get cubital, another type of nerve problem in our hand.
Oh, now I just learned something new about doctors. Thank you.
Well, about anatomy. So, yeah, it's important. So I want you to try and keep the thumb not like this, but more straight like this. Like I said, holding a cup. Okay.
Correct.
All right. Let's try and take a look at a little bit of this next exercise. Okay. We have, they're not all quarter notes here, right? We have quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, quarter note, half note. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to draw again for you. Okay. And we're going to take a look. How do I do the drawing? I'd like to draw. Let's draw. All right. Give me a second. Why isn't this working? Draw. There we go. So we have 1, right? 2, 3. And because these are quarter notes, we just play 1 on each beat. 1.
Okay, never mind.
We have half note here, right, Preston?
4, 5.
No, we're always, because we're in 4/4 time, we reset. Okay.
Okay.
So what's happening here is we have a short note, and then a long note, right? Quarter, quarter, half. All right.
Okay.
And so here we have.
Why are they colored in, and what string do they?
So that the reason why they're colored in is because that's how it tells us that it's a quarter note.
Okay.
Okay.
So it's like.
So for example, take a look at this one, right? We have a hollow center. And this is how we know it's a half note.
Oh.
Okay. I mean a whole note. Excuse me. I'm sorry, Preston. This is how we know this is a whole note. Okay. Now the half note is similar to the whole note, but there's only one minor difference. Okay.
What's that?
You see how this one has like a tail coming down?
Yeah.
The half note doesn't have a tail. The whole note doesn't have a tail.
Oh, it doesn't?
No. Interesting, huh?
Yeah. Weird.
A little strange, but this, we have to memorize how certain symbols look, right? So any pitch, right? A pitch or a tone, a pitch is what we'll call it, a note. As in, we've learned E, F, and G. Those are 3 different pitches, right? Listen, do E, F, and G sound different?
Yeah.
Okay. I played the same rhythm. A rhythm is just how long we're playing a note for. Okay. So for example, our whole note is being held for 4 counts, right? We can play an E, right? So this note here is an E, okay? The tone, the noise, the sound is
Okay.
an E.
Right.
The amount of time we're being instructed to play it for is 4 beats.
Okay.
This note here, right here, the one that I'm circling, is also an E. And we know that because look, they're on the same space. But the
Okay.
difference is that it's colored in and has a tail. So that tells us, oh, this is a quarter note because quarter notes are colored in
Are
and
colored
have the tail.
in.
Right. So then the half note here, right? So look at this.
It has a tail and it's like has a hole.
Right. It has a tail and it has the hole in the middle. So that's how we know it's a half note. But even though it's a half note,
If we look like we're looking at the moon outside, there's a full moon and it's all full. It's full. But if we see a crescent, it's like half.
almost. Yeah, I think there is a such thing. Is there such thing as a half moon? I think there is.
I think they call it crescents. I don't know.
Because the crescent is there are a few different, versions of the crescent, which is almost like the shape of a croissant. All right. But let's take a look here, right? We have 2 different half notes. The reason why
Right.
they're different is because there's the similarity is that they're both a half note, which means they
Okay.
receive 2 counts, right?
Yeah.
Difference is that they are different pitches. Look, this one is an E and this one is a G.
Let me get the okay, because the E is in between the 2 lines and the G is on top of the first line.
Right, exactly. So where they're placed tells us the pitch, right? It tells us the exact sound of the note. Okay. But the whether or not it's colored in, right? If it's all the way like that, will tell us whether or not it's a quarter note, a half note, or a whole note. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the visual thing that's going to tell us how long we played for. So that's 2 elements, right? What type of note and what type of pitch, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can think of that as a duration, right? How long are we playing the note for? A whole note is played for 4 beats, right? A half note is played for how much?
Okay.
Do you remember how much a half note's played for?
Oh. 2.
2. Okay. Do you remember how much a quarter note gets?
4.
Now the whole note gets 4. The quarter note gets how much?
1.
That's right. Okay. So that's the 2 elements that we're learning. We're learning how to not only tell where the note is on the guitar, right? Or on the neck here. We also want to know how long are we supposed to play that note for? Okay. So that's as we could see here, take a look. We're going to look again at our rhythms here. Rhythm, right? Can you read the definition of rhythm for me?
Yeah. Don't want to read with the guitar. Man.
Sure, you can put it down.
Yeah. A little better. Okay. Let's see. Rhythm is there are 4 main types of notes that are vary according to how long they are played.
Right. So what we're looking for really here is how long they are played. Okay. Because
So
remember,
the whole note is 4 beats.
right, a whole note is 4 beats, right?
Or
So
half note is 2 beats.
right, the half note is 2 beats.
A quarter note is 1 beat.
Exactly.
And the eighth note is half of a beat.
Half of a beat. Okay. And so we can even think as this is a rhythm exercise that we're going to do. Okay.
Okay.
Since we know that 1 beat, now this is a little tough, can be broken into 2 pieces, right? Because we said eighth note is half a beat, right?
Yeah.
So you ever see those cookies, the black and white cookies?
Oh yes.
Where 1/2 is black, 1/2 is white?
Yeah.
If I split it down the middle and give you the white part, what did I just do?
You gave me half of the cookie?
I gave you half of the cookie, right? So an eighth note is half of our 1 beat of a cookie, let's say, okay?
Yeah, so that means like if you have one cookie, they are split into two, or
Right.
you're splitting the cookie in half as a half beat.
Right. So our beat, our quarter note is the cookie. And
Right.
2/8 notes fit into that one cookie.
Yeah.
So what I do is I do this little clapping exercise where I have one end. Okay. So if we were doing eighth notes, it goes one end. We have that noise on both, or ta, D, right? But if we have a quarter note, the quarter note is one whole beat. Look, ta, ta, ta. We have what's called a downbeat and an upbeat. First half, second half. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
This is a complicated concept, but because we were looking at the eighth note, I wanted to explain that to you. So when we look at the quarter note, right, we have a quarter note that sounds for the down clap and up clap, right? Ta, 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 ta.
And how many times will we clap for that?
Well, let's pretend, for example, here, I'm going to show you something, right? Let's do 4 quarter notes,
Okay.
right? So I want you to ta, 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 ta. Can you do that for me? The 4 quarter notes?
Ta, ta, ta.
Excellent. Now, when we have a half note,
Uh-huh.
what we're doing is it's like as if we take the two quarter notes and put them together to make a half note. Okay. So what's going to happen is we're going to have one continuous sound for 2 claps. Look, ta, ta. I just did 2 half notes, right? So if it's just one half note, it's ta. And what I'm doing is I'm putting 2 together. Ta, ta. So you're going to be making that ta noise for 2 claps. And since we have an additional quarter note, you stop and start again on the next clap, right? Look, ta, ta. Can you try that 2 quarter notes for me with the clapping?
Yeah. Ta, ta, ta.
Ah, so you're doing quarter notes, right? Perfect quarter notes. Excellent quarter notes. Let's try to do the half notes. The half notes, you're gonna make one ta sound, and that one ta sound is gonna go for two claps. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
We'll just do one half note. Ta.
Ta.
Yeah, you got it right. Look, but what happened here? You went ta. Remember, we have the ta, ta.
So we have to say ta twice, right?
You don't have to. You know what you can do though? You can go ta, or no, don't do that. Just go ta.
Okay.
Try that on the
Ta.
good, almost. So look, we're gonna have a ta open, still tying, close, still tying, open, still tying, and then when we come to that next clap, we're done.
So there's like 4 ties, right?
Yeah. 4, right? 1, 1, 2. Yeah, but we really just want to think of it. You can think of it like this: 1 and 2 and. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, that means we're cutting the beat in 4 pieces, right?
Yeah.
That means we're actually thinking of our beat in eighth notes almost.
Oh.
When you think about it, look, ta, right? Because we're a half note, right, is equal to 4 eighth notes or
Okay.
2 quarter notes.
Oh.
What we did is in order to have 1 quarter note equals 2 eighth notes. So if we do 2 quarter notes, we put those numbers together and we get 4.
Right.
So let's try this half note, right? Ta. Go ahead and try it. Yep, you got it. You got it. 100%.
Oh, good.
Excellent, Preston. So now what I want you to try and do, this is harder, but I believe in you and I know you can do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 half notes back to back. Ta, ta. So I said ta again for the second half note. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you. We're going to go to a part where we see two half notes. All right. Let's take a look. Right. Like right here. We played this and you played it pretty well.
Oh.
Look, now we're gonna ignore the pitch, right? Because it changes pitch. Look, we have an E and then we have an F. It changes note. We're gonna ignore that for right now. And we're just gonna practice the rhythm. Okay. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
So we're gonna look at this one here, right? And we're gonna go ta, and we look at the next one, ta. Right? Can you try that for me?
Ta, ta.
But make sure the sound look ta ta.
Oh. Okay.
You want a full half note sound.
Okay. Ta, ta.
Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Okay. So in music, sometimes we'll do things where we don't necessarily have our instrument in hand, right? This was good, right? You didn't have your instrument in your hand, but you're still learning about music. You're learning about rhythm. You're still learning how to do something that we're going to apply to our instrument. Okay. So now, matter of fact, I want now
for our guitar with the ta ta part.
Say that again.
Will we still use our guitar as doing the ta ta part when we clap our hands?
Okay, so the clapping the hands actually is for. So what happens is a lot of us learn in different ways, right? So some of us are really good at reading by seeing, learning by seeing. Some of us are better at learning by hearing, and some of us are better at learning by actually feeling, right? And one thing about music is think about it. What usually happens when people are listening to music? Like if they turn on the radio or they go to a party or a wedding, what's usually going on with dancing? With dancing,
rhythm.
With music, when somebody puts on music, what usually happens?
They follow the rhythm.
They follow the rhythm. A lot of people dance, right? You ever go to a party and people turn on music and they dance?
Yeah.
Right. Music and dance are related. And dancing or using your body is very important for music.
Yeah, because I've seen people like tap dance before or clap their hands.
Oh yeah, tap dance is super cool. That's awesome. But here we're using our body, right, to help us keep in rhythm, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the things that we're doing. A really cool thing is that in Africa, in many languages in Africa, they don't have a word that separates dance and music because they're never separate. They're always together.
Okay.
So in many countries and cultures in Africa, when there's music, there's always dance. Where here, we could go to a concert and nobody's dancing. They're just listening to the music. That's not necessarily normal in Africa. They're always, whether it's singing or music, there's dancing. So it's good to feel music with our body. That's why a lot of people say tap your foot or nod your head. But we could also look at this exercise and clap like this. Okay. So now what I want to do is, now that we did really well with half notes, I want to pick up our guitar again. And I want to try and play half notes, but I want you to play the half notes on just one string. We're not going to play any notes. We're just going to do this. We're just going to take the guitar and we're going to just pluck the string, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Do you think you can count out loud and do that for me?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, we're doing half notes, right? So you're going to go like this. Watch me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what's happening is we're gonna pluck the string on 1, let it ring into 2, pluck the string again on 3, let it ring into 4, and just cycle that over and over.
Okay.
You could try that?
Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1,
Got
2,
it.
1, 2.
Excellent. Now I'm gonna pause you. You're playing half notes, right? Over and over again. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's good. But we want to take a look. Take a look here. We have what's called 4/4 time, right?
Yeah.
In 4/4 time, we have 4 beats. So what's going to happen here is our counting doesn't go 1, 2. Okay, our counting goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I want you to try the same exercise again, but I want you to turn your counting into 1, 2, 3, 4. Can you do that for me?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Perfection. You could stop, Preston. You aced it.
Oh.
Perfect. All right. Now, these kinds of things are why we're working in the book, because we want to master rhythm and we want to build strength in our hand. Okay. Because this is how when we get to singing and playing, that we're going to do it better, because we're going to have better control and understanding of rhythm. Okay.
Okay.
So, I mean, I'm beyond proud of you right now. You're doing such a good job.
Thank you.
All right. I want you, I'm going to actually, I'm probably going to send you this lesson. I know it's probably too long to look at, so maybe I'll just like cut a clip out of our lesson. Okay.
You can put this on like the classroom.
Yeah. Because what I want you to be able to do is what we just did. You see how when you were doing 1, 2, 3, 4 on one note, you were perfect on time every single time. Every single time. There was no lag. There was no disruption in sound. You were perfect. Very fluid. That's what we want here in this.
Right.
Because you're doing the rhythm, but you're also changing notes. So you're doing like 2 or 3 things at the same time, right? You're using this hand to pluck. You're using this hand to play the notes, and you're using your brain to keep time of everything too.
And using my eyes to keep track of looking where I put in my hands and other things.
Exactly. So think about it. You're doing so many different things. In order to do music, you have to multitask. Okay. And we want to build up our multitasking abilities, because this is how we're going to get ready for singing and playing. Okay.
Right.
All right. So can you actually, just before we go, we're a little over time. Is that okay, Preston?
Yeah, that's okay. I've got yeah, I've got time. I've got
All right.
nothing.
All right. Well, we'll finish really soon. I just wanted to make sure we got what we need to get done, Okay. So for exercise 2, I want you to try in your head to be thinking 1, 2, 3, 4, but also while playing the notes and staying even. So play slow. When you play slow, it gives you more time to think. All right. So try exercise 2.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Good. But I want you to actually do the notes now.
Oh.
Okay. So go really slow and try.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Oh no.
Good. You noticed. You noticed you made the mistake.
Yes.
Go ahead. Keep going. Play 3, 4. Go play 3, 4, and keep going from here.
3, 4. No. 3, 4.
Got it.
Um. 1, 1, 2, 3. 3, 4.
You got it, Preston.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Excellent. So I want you to do basically what we were doing here for homework, because it's really good practice.
Okay.
And the practice is your left hand's getting stronger by moving.
Right.
Your rhythm is getting stronger by practicing your rhythm. And you're also going to be practicing how to read the notes.
Right.
So how many beats do we get here on this? This is a whole note. How many beats?
4.
All right. And so you're gonna play once, hold for 4 counts. What type of note do we have here?
The half note.
That's right. And how many beats?
2.
All right. What do we got here?
The corner note.
How many beats?
1.
Uno. That's right. What's this one here?
Oh, that must be the
You have a tail, right?
Yeah.
So what is it?
Oh wait, that's not the half note. That's the
It
corner.
is. Nope. It's a half note, right? Because look, we have it's white in the middle.
Right.
where the quarter notes are all black.
Right.
So what's this one?
That's a half note.
It's a half note. And what note? What's the pitch?
The E.
That's it. You got it, Preston. So what I want you to do is I want you to practice 1, 2, and 3 for one more week. Okay. And I think that we made a lot of improvement today.
Yeah.
And you know what? I might just take a really short, very brief video. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna explain it to you one more time, and we're gonna actually no, I'm just gonna send you the last like 2 minutes of our lesson in Google Classroom because it recaps everything. Okay.
Okay.
And you'll be able to use that to play 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
Okay, good. Before we go, I know next week is going to be Christmas. Then next Saturday's Kwanzaa. Are you going to be canceling the class, or you celebrate Kwanzaa?
I celebrate Christmas. I don't celebrate Kwanzaa. Do you celebrate Kwanzaa?
No, I'm not Jewish.
Okay. Oh wait. Oh, you mean Hanukkah?
Oh no, Hanukkah was like weeks ago. Next after Christmas is Kwanzaa, so I'm thinking you're gonna not.
Yeah, no, I won't be celebrating Kwanzaa. So let me see. You know what? I'll get back to you because I'm gonna be in Florida that weekend.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm only going to Florida for like a week.
So when will you get back?
I'm bringing my computer, so I might be able to still teach you. I have to talk to Bridget and to the people that I'm staying with to see what's going on. But I would like to keep working that week. We'll see. I'm not sure.
Yeah, if you have any new updates, something you can't get done by next Saturday, just let my mom know and she'll let me know.
Sure. And if you guys have any questions during the week, feel free. Your mom or even you, if you want, you can email me and I'll be happy
to email you from my from the classroom though.
Right, exactly. So if there's any questions that you have or any help that you need, don't be afraid to reach out because maybe this past week I was so busy with finals that I was just
right. I remembered.
Yeah, but definitely reach out if you have any questions or you're struggling with anything because I'd be happy to help. Okay.
Okay, sounds good.
All right, Preston, you have a good day. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Have a great holiday.
You too. Bye-bye, Preston.
Bye.